All right, in this video, I'm going to be ranking the top quarterbacks drafted in the first round of the NFL draft over the last 3 seasons. There's been a total of 11 quarterbacks drafted in the last, and they've all been drafted to different teams. And this video was honestly really hard to make. There's a lot of up and down, and there's a lot of teams and players that I think we haven't seen enough from yet to be able to actually tell where they're going to be. But I'm doing my rankings based off of which quarterback I would want on my team to develop and have over the next 5 to 8 years. So kind of short term, but quarterbacks that I think are the best now and the ones that are going to be the best within a few years. So number 11, I have JJ McCarthy. He's one of the guys where he hasn't had a ton of time to actually show what he can do, but from what we've seen, he's not that good. I don't think he should have been drafted as high as he has been. The Vikings look a lot worse than they did with Sam Darnold last year. And of course, the Vikings probably saw something in JJ that we don't see yet. He was drafted high for a reason, but at the same time, I don't think he's going to have this jump that they all think he's going to have, but we'll see. I'm on a GM. Number 10, I have Anthony Richardson. He was one of the guys where before his draft, I was really high on him. I liked his talent. I liked his ability. I liked his build. He had these throws that I just think not a lot of quarterbacks on this list and a lot of young quarterbacks in general could be making, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy. The best ability is availability, and this is where he sits right now. Number 9, I have Michael Penix Jr. He's one of the guys where, once again, he hasn't been able to play a ton of time. He is very talented. He can still be a very good quarterback, but as of right now, he hasn't shown enough. I don't think he's been able to produce. He still has a lot of development to do, a lot of time to develop, but he's kind of on the older side for a young quarterback, and at the same time, hasn't looked really great so far. Number 8, I have Bryce Young, which kind of hurts me to put him this low, but he's so talented, but his size really does make a big difference. He can only do so much with being about 5'9", 5'10". Yes, he's on a bad team. He's been in a bad situation. He's been able to get them wins. I don't think it looks like he's on the trajectory that the Panthers traded up to draft him, like what they saw in him then. Number 7, I have Jackson Dart, which a lot of people are probably gonna think this is kind of low. I think this is a good place for him because he's looked really good. He's missed a lot of games so far. This Giants team is just not that good to begin with, but he looks promising. He's really young. He has fight. He's a winner. He wants to play hard. He's tough, and he has a very solid level of talent, so I think he's gonna be a pretty good quarterback from what we've seen so far way too early. Number 5, I have Bo Nix. He's on a really good team, and he had one of the best college seasons that we have seen in a long time. His stats his last year at Oregon were just pretty crazy. And I was honestly thinking this is kind of high for him, but at the same time, he's looked really good. He makes throws that are just confident and competent. He looks really good with the ball. He knows how to win games. And I'd like to see what he looks like on a team that's not as good as the Broncos, but as of right now, you can't really knock him that much for the amount of games he's winning and for the production that he's had so far. Number 5, I have Cam Ward. I was really high on him going into the season. I think he was just a great quarterback at Miami. Guys, that's just a very talented thrower. He's big. He's got a good build. He's mobile. He's good vision. And from what we've seen so far, this team is really bad. They're on pace to be one of the worst few teams in the NFL this year, but Cam Ward is a bright spot. I think he was the right pick for what they're looking for, and I think he'll have a really good career. Number 4, I have CJ Stroud, who's been one of the most confusing guys on the list for me because he had such a historically good rookie season, but at the same time, he just has not been able to look as dominant since, and he hasn't been able to ascend to the level that the Texans have wanted so far. Yes, he's been hurt. Yes, his team hasn't been the best, but he does have a lot of promise, and this is where he's at. Number 3 and 2, I had a hard time with. Number 3, I put Drake May. I wanted to put him at 2 just because of how good he looks and how good the Patriots are. If you would have told someone who doesn't know anything about him that he's a 5-year veteran in the NFL, they'd probably believe you because of how composed he looks and how good he's been able to make the Patriots this season. But I have him out here because Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year, carried the Commanders, an all-around good team, but brought them to the NFC Championship game in his rookie season. He just looks like everything you want in a franchise quarterback. He's a winner. Of course, he just got hurt, but he is really talented. He won the Heisman for a reason. This is where he's on the list. But of course, number 1, this is going to be very controversial. I have Caleb Williams because he is just so freaking talented. Bears are currently 8-3. I don't think we expected them to win as many games as they have, and a big part of that is because of the plays and throws that Caleb Williams was able to make. He didn't have the best seasons at USC. He won the Heisman for a reason. He was so good, so talented, made throws that a lot of other quarterbacks just wouldn't be able to make at all. And I still do think that if you were to redraft in that draft, I would still take Caleb over Jaden Daniels for the reasons I just gave you and because of how talented I think he is. His arm is just gifted. I think the Bears are very lucky to have him, so he's a number 1 on my list. Let me know what you would change about this list. I was kind of just overall ranking off of who is the best out of all these quarterbacks. I did give that 5 to 8 year time frame, but let me know what you would change. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know which guy's too low, which guy's too high.